When it comes to e-bikes, there's only one goat. This is the Billy Goat from Go Power Bikes. It's fast, it's cool, it's next on the channel. If you're looking for a throttle-only e-bike, well, meet the Billy Goat here from Go Power Bikes. This thing is a 2,000 watt direct drive beast, and you're going to love ripping around the streets on this e-bike, guys. I never really thought I'd like an e-moped e-bike. Really, I've tried them. They just don't fit me well. But this e-bike has changed my tune on that. This thing is a blast to ride, and I love just taking this thing out on the streets. And it's basically like an e-moped. It's my cruiser e-bike. I just want to go out for a short ride and hit the streets and run this thing. It's got 3 modes. We'll get into all that on the specs. It looks like an electric motorcycle essentially. It comes with a key. You got to start it. It's got some awesome lighting packages on it. It's got a huge 60-volt battery. So let's get into the specs. I'll tell you more about this beast. All right, let's talk about the Billy Goat specs. So we're looking at 2,000 watt rated brushless gearless direct drive motor right here. That gives off 110 newton meters of torque, and 2,600 watts is the peak power on that beast back there. It sounds really cool as well. Here's a look at how it sounds. It's got a 50 amp controller. It's got a full twist throttle right up here. Here's the key for it. And Shimano 7 speeds on that gearing. You can also get this with no pedals, just pegs. So I chose team pedals in this one. I figured if I ever get pulled over by a cop, I can just say it's an e-bike. When it's really more of a electric moped, electric motorcycle. However you want to describe it. So I'm curious, how would you guys describe this e-bike, guys? Let me know in the comments there. The battery on this piece is right here. It's a 60 volt, 20 amp hour. I think it's the same battery case as the e-cells e-bike. So it looks exactly the same in terms of how it goes in, comes in on the side, and it looks to be basically the same case. There's a strap on this for a reason. I'll get back to that. It's one of the issues I have with it. But you're looking at a reinforced aluminum alloy frame here. You got full front and rear adjustable suspension. The front's here. You can see the compression knob. And here's the mid-shock here. You turn this to adjust it. It's got a trauma front fork, and it's rated for, or the Fast Ace suspension here is rated for 450 pounds. All right, tires and brakes. You have these 20 by 40 Novas. These are street tire treads. A nice street tire tread on them, as you can see there. Of course, you got mag wheels, mag rims. 203 on the rotors here, and these are Ronglong 4-piston hydraulic disc brakes right here. Give you a little closer shot of that. So 4-piston, 203s, mag wheels, and an awesome street tread. Let's talk sizing. So this e-bike weighs 101 pounds. It's a very heavy e-bike. 72 inches long. Weight limit's 450 pounds. And the seat height from the ground up is 33 inches here. I'm not sure if that's the lower half or the top half, but the fact that it's angled helps me as a 6-footer, and I feel pretty comfortable on it. Can fit anyone from 5'8" to 6'2", it says, according to the company. It came with these side mirrors. They're okay. Probably will swap those out. Something a tad bit longer. I can see over my shoulders, but there's definitely some blockage there with my body itself. It's got a throttle lock. It's got a full LED color display. Here are the headlights and the turn signals. Really nice combination. These are flexible, so in case they hit something, they're not going to break on you. And you got daytime running lamps, and you got a high and low beam on that. On the rear, you've got a nice typical brake light with turn signals as well. And I added just an extra USB light there for safety. Here's a look at the cockpit. Of course, you got your key lock here. That turns the bike on. You've got your Shimano shifter. Here's your full throttle. Come back to the display. On the left side, you've got a horn, turn signals, high and low beams. And these are your hazards right here, your hazard signals. And your regular display panel, plus and minus with the plus button. Let's take a look at the display here. So really nice display. This bike has 3 modes, so you got 1, 2, and 3. Now 3 is the fastest, of course, but 1 is the slowest. It's about 11, 12 miles an hour. 2 is up to 28 miles an hour, and 3 is your top speed of about 40. You see here it's 67 volts on the battery. You got the voltage there, plus you got percentage. One of the issues I have is that when I'm riding, this does not go down much. Only when I shut the bike off and turn it back on do I get a true indication of where the voltage is. A little bit of a, I don't know if it's a software issue, but something that's kind of annoying because while you're riding. To get into the settings, just hold down plus and minus, and there is everything you need. LCD unit, wheel size, speed limit, right now it's at 100%. Boost gear, 0 start, boost drive, ABS strength, and others. You can also reset the odometer from there as well. Alright, let's talk about a few issues I had out of the box. So I was getting an error code on the display when I was writing it, so I contacted the company. They said it's a communication problem between the light wiring and the display. So they sent me a new wiring harness that I had to basically attach a few wires to. So there's more wires up front here than it came with the e-bike. And this is kind of what that looks like here. I still have to clean it up a bit. You can see the zip ties I used to put it on there. But after I put the additional wiring harness on and rerouted a couple of cables, no more errors on the display. The derailleur guard was bent, but I was able to just bend that back in place using my hammer. And the other main issue I have with the e-bike is the battery itself. So it does not properly lock in place. Let me show you what I mean. So you have a key for this, which is on the other side of the e-bike, but it's not quite locking in place. Watch this. I can kind of push the battery off with my hand. See that? You can pop it out. So in the meantime, the strap just keeps it in place. I don't think it's in danger of coming out, but again, just want to be safe. And again, guys, if you're looking for a throttle e-bike, this thing is really, it's extremely fun to ride. My first range test, I got about 21, 22 miles out of it. So that's a little bit shorter than I'd like for an e-bike with a 60 volt, 20 amp hour battery. But if you're going to ride it in setting 3 full speed, you're really going to drain that thing. Styling wise, this is just a really cool looking e-bike. I have that UE S4, I think it was, with similar styling, and I kind of like that overall look. You can put a rack back here, by the way, too, if you want to. They didn't send me one of those, but Look at the cutouts here for the GOAT logo, the GOAT Power Bikes logo. That's just sweet. And this finish is just like this dark matte gray finish. It's just awesome looking. Alright guys, let's take out the Billy Goat for test drive, do a top speed run, do some hill climbing, and I'll give you my overall thoughts on this thing. So, turn the bike on, key is in, key has to be turned all the way to the right. You can see there's your screen. 100% battery, put in PS1 to start, and let's go. So this is the slowest speed. We're doing 12 miles an hour. The brakes are pretty good. Ronglong mineral oil brakes. As you can see here, I'm full throttle doing 12 point something miles an hour. Once I push plus and go to PS2, we're going to more than double that speed. Nice burst off the line there. Alright, it's up to Main Street, and we'll do a top speed run. PS level 2 is 28 miles an hour, so I'll wait for these cars to go by, trying to get a clear path. Alright, here we go guys. I'm in level 3 now. We're at 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. There's 40. Nice. I think I saw 41 there for a second. Signal off. So there's your top speed run. 100% charged. This thing is just a beast. I mean, this thing rides like a motorcycle. Never ridden a motorcycle, but I imagine this is what it feels like. And, oh, it's got cruise control. It's locked in there. You can pedal this bike, but you got resistance, but you're spinning pretty hard. So, again, you're not really going to want to pedal this thing. Ooh, look, fresh pavement, guys. Let's go down here. We'll go around this little loop down here. See how this thing handles. Got my left pedal up. Front brake on. This is just a cruise machine, guys. This thing. Comfortable to ride. Seat's okay though, and I sit back farther, so it's not as padded in the back. It's all finished. Let's go do some hills here. Testing the brakes out. Nice, good stopping power on the 4 pistons. Left signal on. Turn in here. Getting some caliper scraping every now and then on the front. Level 3 here. 34, 35, 36, 37, 38. Running out of room. Brakes. I turned up in the compression. It's a little squeaky, but works pretty good. I'm doing 27 up a hill here. Let's go see how it does on my regular test hill. This thing's just fun to ride. No way around it. Like, this is not a very practical bike other than just having fun. Left signal on. Taking a left up here. Okay. Alright guys, here's my test hill. Let's go, throttle only. We're at 19 miles an hour already. 20. Some bumps. Didn't fail them at all. I might outpace this car up here. I'm doing 25 up a hill, 26, 27. This thing's crushing it. Okay, here's the steep part. 25, 24, 23, 22, 21.3. That was the lowest. This blows away every e-bike I've had, obviously. 2,000 watt direct drive. 21 miles an hour up a hill. That's crazy. I think the E-cells did it in 16 and a half, something like that. There's a dirt bike coming. But here's another hill up here. Let's go see how it does on this thing. I'm almost scared to go up this hill. It's so steep. I'm leaning forward here. 13 miles an hour up this hill. Most of my e-bikes do that at like 7 because it's so steep. Let's go see what this e-biker's up to. This biker's up to. School's out, so kids are having fun, I guess. Some bumps. Oh man. Go for a little night ride around the neighborhood on the goat. Just turned around. Okay, there's the light, as you can see ahead there. with the hazards on. Pretty cool lighting. I'm in 0. We'll put in PS1. We'll get started there. Let's cruise around a little bit here. I gotta angle the light. There we go. PS2. Here we go. Pretty good coverage in that light there. Yeah, excellent coverage. Let's put it up in PS3 here. Level 3. Top speed run. Stop sign. You definitely ride this bike at night with all the lights on it and just a good coverage of that front headlight. I think it's the same headlight that came on that electric bike company Model J. Brakes on this e-bike are pretty good, although there's some rubbing going on at times on the front brake. I find that if I grip it too hard, maybe it bends it a little bit, but you can bend it back by just some gradual touch on the brake there. Nope, car coming. Little squeaky brake there. Here's a look at the goat at night. Tail light with the hazards going. Alright, there's your Go Power Bike. So some small things I don't like. The grips. These are plastic grips. I've never seen plastic grips like this on an e-bike, but it is what you get. I wonder if you can get some kind of foam overlays put on top of this to make them softer. The mirrors are glad they included them. They're probably just not high enough and wide enough. They need to come out like about here to really have more coverage. The seat itself is more padded down here, but I sit more up here because I'm a taller rider. So back there it's not as thick and plush. The looks are amazing. I can live with the battery issue. Again, with the strap on there. They gave me the faceplate. I'll have to try and see if I can fix it. I'm a little wary of taking out the plate though, and messing something up. But what else? The real issue for me is the software issue. So when I parked it here, I was at 100%. Turned the bike off, turned it on. Now it's at 89. So I did 5 miles, and this bike limit to me so far has been about 21, 22 miles max, in a mix of level 2 and 3 riding. So this was mostly 3. I'm at 64.6 volts there. So I'll try and do a range test at the end of this video. But looks wise, I mean, there's nothing like this on the market. This is just design wise, they just nailed the design on this e-bike, or E-moped, whatever you want to call it. Again, I've never been a huge fan of these because I like to pedal, but it's a blast to ride, guys. So I'll put a link in the description. It's over $2,000 to get this bike, but definitely if you're looking to pick one up, use my link there, and tell Go Power Bikes you saw it on Crisscross. So, but I hope you like the Go Power Bikes Billy Goat. This thing is a beast of an e-bike, and it's ready and waiting to be shipped to you today. So check them out, gopowerbikes.com, I think it is. And see you on the next episode, guys. I'm out.